Well, he still needs to go. Oh.
Live, he says, coming into the iRacing restart zone. Pole sitter is the 8 of Connor.
That's unusual. Boogity.
Let's go.
Let's go
racing,
boys.
That was all sick, but you know what? Who cares? Let's race here at Watkins Glen.
Into turn one.
Judd Custer, Big Sin. Here comes Nook. Into the wall goes Nook.
Here comes
Chris to the inside.
Who's going to have a shot at Connor? I picked to win this race.
He's in the grass, though.
Yep, Chris in the grass.
He's gaining time, though, on him, but...
What can Chris do in the bus stop?
Looks to the outside. Now going to try and throw in a dive. Trying to go lower. Into Connor! They both go into the grass. Now Chris up the inside of Connor, heading towards the front straight or the back straightaway. And 6 and 7, Chris gives the nudge to Connor and will now take the lead.
Chris to the race lead here at Watkins Glen.
Now Connor back out ahead.
He backs off, but he gets a run going into the corner. He oversees.
Connor's wide.
Contact.
Heavy muscle here at Watkins Glen. Lap one. Connor's in the wall. He bounces off of it. The 34 of Chris will take the lead here on lap one.
Yeah, Krigel going backwards now. That's not what you want to do, especially on the road course.
Into the wall. And you were asking what was wrong with that 26 car of PETA, and I'll tell you what's wrong with it. It's a Dodge Challenger.
Oh my God! Honestly, W. Krigel's going back.
I can't tell if that's a Dodge Challenger.
Oh, for almost 3 wide behind Chris.
Yeah, it's not a Dodge Challenger. I don't know what that is though.
Oh, Connor's upside down. Connor's upside down. Connor is flipping here at Watkins Glen.
No caution right now. PETA out ahead of Nook. Nook to the outside, all the way into the runoff. Still no caution. Chris and Nook battling for second as PETA looks for his first BRL victory. Out ahead.
Handle around in the bus stop.
Chris gonna push Nook wide.
Be a Buick.
Is that a Buick? I can't tell. We'll have to set the record straight once the checkers goes flying like Nook.
Yeah, you would think Nook would be the one going flipping here at Watkins Glen.
Nook
be the first one,
makes
too.
sense.
Gives him the bumper. Doesn't work for him.
Oh! Hard hit for Chris.
Yeah, Chris is on 2 wheels.
Oh.
Into the grass goes PETA. Nook gets a better arc up the hill.
Run.
Nook, what can Nook do? Into the bus stop.
But he can't generate a run.
Here comes the 5. Nook into the bus stop. Backs out. Lets PETA have the position. Oh, he hits a bump through the bus stop. Loses that back end, and that is going to be notable time lost to PETA as PETA goes wide through the carousel. Nook way wider as they head down the back straightaway.
What can Nook do? Can he catch PETA? Where is that number 8 car, Connor, at? Did Brunswick let him merge?
Contact. Heavy contact.
Chris here in the back trying to hold off this M&M's Camaro.
That's a weird thing to say.
I know.
Oh,
he gives the bumper to him. They door.
And that M&M's Camaro you're referring to is the 97 of Trey as they head up the hill. Almost hits that tire.
Contact with Trey, or not Trey, Nook and Chris. Chris going backwards off of like a wall from Nook. Nook just completely walled him.
Yeah, I couldn't really see that. Trey in the air on 3 wheels.
Oh, no.
What a wreck right there for Trey. He was on 3 wheels, went up in the air off the bump, and that is going to cost him his gap back to, or the gap up ahead to race leader PETA in that number 26 manufacturer unknown car. It's a Quaker State car. I don't know what the manufacturer is. At first I looked at it, I thought it was a Dodge Challenger, but that's not what it is.
I can't zoom in.
Rocky pointed it out before the race. There was something he thought was wrong with it, and I told him, I said, I don't see anything wrong with it. He agreed, and then now we look at it, the first thing I saw was a Dodge Challenger, but it looks like an older car now upon looking at it. I can't really tell you what it is, because I don't know.
Yeah, I can't zoom in on
Trey
PlayStation.
almost hit that tire again. He's been close to it every single lap, as Brunswick has messed up the laps, and PETA has pulled away as he heads now down to the bus stop. Trey hasn't even gotten there yet. Now as we get Trey, the second place car at the bus stop, it is currently
77 loose out of the bus stop, holds Connor up. Connor's trying to get back up to that front. Oh, Chris.
Everybody's leaning on each other back behind. Coconutty and Quack. Everybody back there is just leaning on each other, giving each other the shots. Nobody is trying to catch the race leader, PETA. As Connor and Chris get together, he kisses them. He takes them out.
He takes Chris out. Wow.
Unbelievable. Chris is still ahead of him, by the way. And Nook into the pit wall. Chris just put Nook in the pit wall. Now he puts Connor into the pit wall. What is going on and unfolding here at Watkins Glen? Chris, Connor, and Nook apparently having a shoot-off back here. Gonna hit him again into the guardrail. He is sideways. Connor will now overtake him for position. I'm not sure if they'll be allowed to merge or not, but this looks less like a NASCAR race and more like the Monday Night Raw that King Beard was watching last night.
Yeah, I was actually at that, and I got to see Joe Hendry perform. Paul, can we fire Logan?
Paul.
Yeah, that was fun, but these guys, it all started when Connor and Chris got into it, when Connor went flipping, and then Diddy put Chris into the guardrail, right about where Chris put Connor into the guardrail, and then Chris retaliated with Diddy onto the pit barrier, so.
The 26 pits.
Peter Pit. Oh, Connor's upside down. Chris has flipped Connor. Caution will fly.
That is a great timing for Trey and those guys who just pitted Trey and PETA, as well as now Nook and Connor. I'm not sure they're allowed to pit under the caution. That is a pitting under a closed pit road penalty and should send them both to the back.
That,
or at least Connor.
Chris is going to definitely get a penalty here. I would figure.
Chris and the 9 of well, there's no 9.
Yeah, there's no 9, Brent. You mean 8?
I would assume that Nook, Connor, and Chris would all go to the rear because Connor and Nook also pitted under a closed pit road.
Yeah.
Is that not correct?
Does Chris have a tire down?
I'm not sure.
Look at his car. It's wobbling.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Chris, a tire down on the number 34.
Oh, Chris, wheel it back to pit road, Bubba.
But still, Connor and Nook pitted under a closed pit road. Feel like a penalty should be in order with this. I don't really care if they couldn't make it another lap or not. That's still pitting under a closed pit road. The 97 and 26 pitted when they could. See, pits next time. Quack and Chris will both have to go to the back. They've pitted under a closed pit road as well.
Yeah, well, I feel like, yeah, even though Chris does have that blown back tire,
I think the 26 is going to pit road. I feel like that's another.
I don't even know what's going on.
At this point, I think Trey is going to come out and be the leader here because Trey is the only car that doesn't have to pit, and actually he might pit again. You never really know.
Someone's got a speeding penalty. Chris with a speeding penalty.
Greek, are you even there?
I'm here.
Greek, have you just lost the plot as well? Because that's my problem.
I'm chilling under this caution.
I don't know what in the world's going on.
Me either.
Pits are now open.
They are open. Oh my god, low detail mode is disgusting.
Yeah, I figured that out at Daytona. It was disgusting at Daytona.
It turns it into a Mario Kart track.
Yeah. Well, with the way Chris, Nook, and Connor are all racing, pretty much
They
might
might
win.
have done that themselves.
Oh, Trey and Connor got into it. I don't know what that was all about, but yeah.
They're all getting into it. Might as well be a Wild West shootout. And when we talk about shootouts, nobody better
Where's
than
that
Nook
5
right
car?
there.
Or, yeah, where's that 5 car at? There he is. Oh, he's got an AK on the side. While we're under caution, Mista, since we didn't get we didn't go live before.
Oh
well,
yeah, we were supposed to have
we
a
gotta do
moment
our
of
pick.
silence on lap 8, but we were under caution, so we were confused the whole time. We didn't know. We'll hold it till lap 18, I suppose.
Oops.
So who stayed out is the question.
Diddy and Trey.
Trey got lucky. I would assume Nook would go to the back, and all the cars that pitted just once, and that being the time that they were supposed to pit, would be the ones that would be allowed to withhold their position. But 18 laps, and at lap 18, Uncle Geek was doing it anyways, but me and King Beer will join him in being silent. For the legend Kyle Busch and the
What the fuck?
occurrings on last Thursday and all the things that managed to go on with his health and actually came of it.
Yeah, our thoughts and prayers are with Brexton, Samantha, Lennox, and all the entire Bush family during this difficult
His
time.
brother Kurt, all the in-laws and everybody, and as well as his fans and just, the entire racing world.
Yeah, I was lucky to meet Kyle Busch at a dirt track in 2022. He very nice guy. I did get an autograph from him. He super nice.
Yeah, I never actually got to meet Kyle Busch, but what I was able to do, I was able to watch him win a race, a Legends car race last summer at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, I got
car
to
race
see.
on the Legends Oval. Got to do the bowing on. That was a pretty awesome night. Got to my first experience with Legends car racing and all that kind of thing, and really a testament to just the driver that he was. An insane driver, just not the right equipment in his waning years, or I shouldn't say waning. He wasn't going away. He was not as good as he was in his prime in the Cup Series, but he was way more than just a talent as well. I think everybody was aware of that. The personality was. He was a talent. He was a personality as well as being a father and all the things. He was one of those people that we can't afford to lose.
Yeah. I'm sure old man Geek over here watched him turn Dale Jr. in 2008 at Richmond.
Okay.
Oh,
You can see the
Like-
Kyle Busch tributes throughout the field. Trey in that number 97 car. As well as Connor changing his number. Look at the number 11 of TJ.
Look at the hood of the 6 of Handle.
Yeah, I got to see Kyle Busch win. I went to my first Talladega race back in 2023, spring race, and I got to see Kyle Busch win for the first time in person. That was really cool to see in that McLaren grills scheme, I believe.
And, you know, having never been around him, we can't necessarily speak to the testament of what he was as a talent developer or anything, but we can definitely speak to
Going
the
green.
talent he was himself, and that was an unmatchable talent. And we also just, you know, and as we go back green, it is that number 97 of Trey, repping the M&M's Kyle Busch colors, down into turn 1, leading TJ. Chris into the tire. Here comes TJ to the race lead.
Fan out, 3 wide.
Still 3 wide. Coconut is going to back out, but here comes Trey side by side. That's going to get hectic really quick.
Oh,
Almost
wow.
into the tire goes Trey.
Chris and Diddy got into it again.
What happened to the 8 of Connor? He got up to second. What a great restart by him as he's trying to work his way around TJ. Looks, cannot open that door, and actually is going to have to turn back up the hill.
4 wide
Across the corner. 4 wide. Banging doors back there. Chris into the guardrail. Everybody jockeying for positions on the restart as the 8 of Connor chasing the 11 of TJ.
Oh, Chris, hang on to it, bud. Now, here comes Connor to the inside of
Contact
TJ.
runs him wide. What a move. Here comes Trey.
Oh.
Here goes
What
Nook.
an unbelievable.
Nook, 3 wide.
Connor leads that lap by enough. Nook, Trey, and Coconutty all in striking distance. Connor actually gives up the apex to Nook. Nook will get to the lead. Cannot get clear. Now he does.
Now, what can Connor do to get the Diddy? Peta's trying to get third.
Wants it from Trey.
Oh, Kitty into the grass. Stop slipping there,
What
buddy.
happened?
This ain't your baby oil playground. Now into the bus stop they go.
Connor lost the back end. So does Trey. Peta as well. They're all losing that back end through the carousel now. The 11.
Oh,
the
Diddy runs
26
it.
and the 97 still side by side. Nook makes a mistake. Connor right there gets beside Nook. Side by side heading into turn 6. Big dive by Connor. Nook sticks it on the outside. Connor gets clear, but Nook back to the outside.
Peta's
Side
there.
by side. Here comes Peta. Here comes Nook. Everybody sends it.
Oh, man.
Halfway down, halfway to go. 12 laps to go, or 13 laps to go, actually. It's 13 laps to go at Watkins Glen. Halfway down, halfway to go.
This is very...
On the 26, he gets out in front of him. But can the 26 pay him back here? No, he doesn't. But
into the wall!
Oh!
Oh, my goodness. What that did to Peta is that opens up the door for that number 8 of Connor.
Black's going backwards. Never mind, he slides it into the infield. He was just going backwards.
Rocky, you never made your race pick, I don't think.
Oh, my pick to win this race is none other than that Lucas Oil 8 car of Connor. I never thought I would say those words.
Right. You didn't say it right. It was the Lucas Oil number 8 car of Connor.
Really aggressive.
That Lucas number 8 of Connor, that's my pick to win this race.
It ain't a trend, it's a tradition.
Chris is banging doors back there with the, I believe that's the number 6.
I don't think Chris has made a corner this race.
True enough.
Yeah.
This guy's been hitting everybody he sees.
Especially that 8 of Connor.
That 8 of Connor's running second to Peta right now up the hill, trying to find his way to the back bumper of that number 26 of Peta. He doesn't get any closer, but he hasn't lost any touch with that 26 of Peta, and he is just digging and digging. The question, of course, is, well, are there going to be any other cautions, and will there be contact between those two leaders? Connor goes wide, misses the corner. Sideways is Peta, but Connor probably had the bigger detriment. As look behind, I must say, if things were to go his way, that 6 of Handel's been quiet, a very awful quiet, as we saw that 8 of Connor be, or the 9 of Connor be last season in this very race, the Watkins Glen race.
Yeah.
Very slow through these final corners is that 26. Connor's going to gain a heck ton. Not sure what happened, if he braked more or what happened. Now down to pit road, the 77 of Coconutty.
Quack's just sitting there, probably going to merge. But I would also like to say, missed off topic, 34 is currently getting his grandma's breakfast plate right now.
Oh, he's sad he missed this race.
Yeah, very sad he missed this race.
Connor's back in, keeps sliding back there, going through the S's.
But I do want to say he's... go ahead.
They're going to have to pit soon, because remember, they pitted very early into that run last time. They're going to
It wasn't early for most of them. They had a tire down for some of them.
Yeah, true, but we're going to see pitters here in the next, like, 3 to 5 laps. Definitely. Maybe even sooner, because...
I think we're going to see... I was going to say, I think we're going to see pitters this lap.
Yeah, let's see what Peter or Kana does.
And here in 2 laps, no matter what the circumstance is, we will go silent. At lap 18, we will
Yeah, I don't
go
care if
silent.
Diddy goes flipping. Peter ducks for pit road.
Pit road. Connor,
Oh,
into the
God.
barrels.
He almost hits the barrels.
What the yo, yeah. Okay. There's handle.
I think Chris is going to come out ahead of them all.
Yeah, Diddy's in the lead right now.
I believe Chris made a mistake, but I don't know what happened.
He went to a second stall. That's very... I haven't seen that.
He's still ahead right now, but your race leader, Diddy Nook. Oh, there's TJ.
I wonder if that was a strategy by Chris, honestly.
Will TJ get ahead of these guys? Yeah.
Chris, PETA, side by side, exiting pit road. Chris.
Oh,
no!
They hit
The 26 tried to go side by side with Chris, and he hit the wall.
Like
that
Debbie.
is going to be hugely costly, as he's going to not only lose the lead, he'll lose time to Connor as well.
Race leader no round.
Oh my goodness.
He went around in the bus stop, it looked like. Oh,
And I gotta say, I think that the people that pitted may have done so too early. PETA into the air.
Oh, PETA, no!
I'm gonna say it. They did it. They came down too early. They're gonna have to pit again. And I think even if you come down,
Diddy's got a flat tire.
Nook's got a flat tire. Trying to limp this thing back to pit road. He is tight. He will now head it down to the progressive pit road.
And there's TJ and
Coconutty.
What? Or yeah. Coconutty and TJ. That's Chris.
Next lap we will go silent in honor of Kyle Busch. Make sure y'all remember that.
Okay.
Handel not happy with Chris. I'm not exactly sure what he did, but when the cycle ends, Chris will be the race leader. The 8 of Connor back in second, but Chris will be the leader. The leader still, of course, Coconutty until he pits. But Chris will cycle out ahead of Connor and PETA. I'm not exactly sure if maybe he had a exploit. Oh man, he gets into TJ!
What did I just see?
TJ around. Manages to save it. But here is Coconutty, heads through 6 and 7.
He'll be
Will
8
now.
to go.
We'll now head back to 8 to go. A lap of silence.
We've been informed it's next
Well,
lap.
Brunswick can't count. is his problem. With 8 to go, it's lap 18, but whatever. When we've done 18 laps, we'll go silent. We've just spent half a lap with the battle for the lead silent, but whatever. I just do what I'm told like a good mister.
Yeah, Brunswick can't count.
All right, now go silent. Our lap of silence comes to a conclusion. Chris comes to the lead, but I must tell you, Rocky, the strategy that Coconutty's on looks like a winning one. Chris, slow down. He got to slow down. What happened there? We'll never know. Rocky.
I think he has a flat. Maybe his car was limping.
No, he doesn't have a flat. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I'm going to tell you, the 77 managed to take this thing all the way to 6 to go. That is going to be close, but everybody else is going to have to come down again. The 77 of Coconutty may be the one to beat here at Watkins Glen. I believe he's going to be able to make it with the stop that he just pulled, and now can come back, come to the checkers, while everyone else has got to drive up and build up enough of a gap to the 77 that they can not lose the lead when they come off. Here comes Chris down to Progressive Pit Road. He stopped.
Yeah, he's burning it down.
What happened to Chris? Is
frozen?
What in the world? Frozen, maybe? He heads to pit road with a severe deficit. He jumps out of his car and it goes upside down.
He's flipping like Nook. Is it a glitched car?
Is it possible that Chris is trying to pull a fast one on Brunswick? All right, so the gap is 26 seconds. Chris, you're good. So apparently Chris did something, maybe a glitched car like you said.
Yeah, like I myself, me and Connor, we had that happen at the Daytona 500, where just could barely keep up with draft and the leaders, but your car gets a push, it's over from there because your car, it's horrible when it's like that.
Now I'm gonna say 27 seconds is very close to where you want to be when they come to the checkered flag. That is a close gap.
Leader
you know that the rest of those cars are going to have to pit. You're going to want to push the needle there.
PETA, Handel, Connor.
Trying to get fresh tires while it would still benefit them. They come out now, and maybe they don't lose so much time to Coconutty in that 77 car. Handel leads that lap. Here comes Coconutty around the track. You'll now see where the leaders come out in reference to him. Here he is, taking now 4 laps to go.
Wow.
He comes out way ahead of PETA.
I'm going to say this. His number's a 77, but you might as well have him as a 97.
Looking like SVG with that strategy.
He's got Steven as a crew chief for real.
But the question is now, was that an ambitious stop, or will it take him not only to the finish, but to victory lane for the first time in Brunswick Racing League? He's going to have the lead. There's no question about that. It's about how far back those guys are, and if the fresher tire advantage is going to give them enough to be able to gain and get back up. PETA is coming through the carousel where Handle, Coconutty is already down in turn 6, heading back to 3 laps to go. Your leader is Coconutty. He's going to have to do 2 things. That's mistake prevention and also just making sure that his tire can take him to the checkered flag. 3 laps to go.
I'm going to say this right now. If he blows a tire, mister, I feel like he can even still pull a Connor at Homestead in the truck series.
Stay on the track.
Stay on the track. I mean, it just depends on where he blows it. Like, if he blows it, I'm trying to think. In 6. So he blows it in 6, he's definitely going to win. But, like, let's say it happens in the bus stop. Do you think that PETA can make up 10 seconds with him having a blown tire?
I'm not sure he's going to have to make up 10 seconds because there was a mistake by that 77. And you have to remember, PETA's on fresher tires. He'll be able to cut into the gap. It's how much, you know, if he's got it down to 5 seconds, let's say, then where that tire blows is more crucial than it is where he came around that last lap. Heading to 2 laps to go. He doesn't have a lot of time to gain a lot of time. Wow, a big hit to the wall. And the 77 manages to get it back up and keep going. But, man, that was close to being 2 big hits, which would have took away a lot of time from his lead as he heads now down into turn 1. And my point to you, if he's managed to cut this thing down by the white flag, see there, 7.9, that makes it more relevant where the tire blows. But here, if it was, you know, if we still was that 10.5 number, I don't think it matters because the truth is that 77 can blow that tire and he's just got to limping around. You're not going to lose 10 seconds at Watkins Glen unless it's before that bus stop. And you can now actually see PETA on the same straightaway coming back to that white flag. It's going to be close.
Boy, yeah, this is going to be close. Who's going to be SVG? Is it going to be Peter or Coconutty?
Well, Peter is the one that had to pit and took that deficit. He's got to make it all count, and he's got to hope for either a tire failure or a mistake to make this thing happen. It's
to go
a lap in a corner to do it all.
He was already almost half a straightaway away.
He's managed to do a great job, but was it too little too late? Let's find out. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank.
Now in turn 1.
The rate at which he's catching him is he gets into the wall. Big moment for Coconutty as he has got to nurse this thing back home. He can't lose 5.7 seconds, but man, he might test it here. He is tight everywhere he goes. Tires getting low. Coconutty struggling as they head down towards the bus stop.
Now into the bus stop. What can PETA do? You can't do anything right now.
Coconutty's still struggling.
Wow,
he is wide.
Look at the way that 26 goes through the bus stop, just hopping all those curbs.
Will the tire last? 2 more corners and a straightaway for Coconutty for him to score his first Brunswick Racing League win. Strategy gone right for the 77 is going to score him the monumental victory. And Coconutty has not been here in a long time. Now comes out of turn 7. He's going to do it. Career win number 1 for Coconutty.
What a race we just watched. Have you ever?
And he is upside down.
4 seconds back now.
Boy, as much as he was struggling, I thought PETA would have definitely gained more than that on that last lap.
Yeah, I feel like PETA, if he would have had like maybe a lap or 2 more, I felt like he would have definitely won this race. But oh no, Chris is flipping after the checkered. What a race!
Race.
What a race! Yeah, first with Connor and Chris and Nook, that beef, and then all that other stuff. That was a race to remember.
And it ends in the most memorable thing, a career first for Coconutty, as he is now a winner of BRL, and that monkey is off of his back. What?
We're lucky we're live right now. um, but yeah. How about that 77 missing? You know, I've raced with Coconutty in bunch of leagues. I
And by bunch of
beat him.
leagues, you mean go-karts league.
No, actually two. Or three actually. I've done go karts, cadence, and some other one with him. But yeah, I beat him for a championship in one league. Um, he's very competitive, and I'm glad he won here at Watkins Glen. I believe that 8 of Connor definitely proved he should have won, but hey, what do I know?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, hey, we have our first interview.
We don't have anything. I'm not doing an interview.
No, you'll once you see who it is, you'll.
Yo, why? We skipped our tradition of interviewing the winner first. We're actually going to interview the real winner, Pickle Chris.
Well, we'll wait for
interviews later, boys. I'm just here.
Yeah, we'll wait for Coconutty. Well, Coconutty, you finally did it, man.
It only took me a couple races, but we finally got it done.
When was the last time you raced in here, Coconutty?
I'm not even sure.
It's been
Well,
since. God,
yeah.
Truck Series at
Talking
Daytona.
about Cup.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, I don't think
That's
I've ever
good,
raced Cup. This is my first racing Cup.
That's why I said the whole race that it was his first race, and I got corrected, said it wasn't his first race. So, you chudsters, I was right. This guy wins in his debut and joins myself. He joins 34. He joins TJ, who was in the field today. No, Connor didn't win in his debut.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did not.
Connor took a very long time to win a debut. Who did win, Chris?
Quote unquote, for real, Mountain did.
Big Lynn.
Yeah, true. Walk us through those final laps with that pitch strategy there, Coconutty.
Well, I was either going to win the race or I was going to limp it home with a blown tire. So, go big or go home, basically.
Yeah, Coconutty proven that the SBG strategy works in row racing as well. Well, got any questions for Coconut?
Well, Coconutty. I think the elephant in the room we got to address. If we would have had 26 laps in this race, would you have made it around another lap?
Oh, 100% not. I was going to blow my tire in like turn 3 or 4. I had like
do you think maybe you would have
left.
won or no?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have won.
Well,
and I guess one more thing, winning on debut here in the Cup Series, what does that do to your confidence and maybe even a potential championship run?
I don't think a championship run is pretty likely, but I definitely think we can get like top 5 or top 10 in the points.
Yeah, with I believe the Chase debuting this season, that'll be an interesting twist to put on things. It's going to emphasize that showing up aspect of things. It really has been kind of neglected other than the MWRT driver skipping the whole first round last year. Well, now that was, of course, showing up was a problem, but for the most part, you could miss a race and still make it into the next round if you were one of the better drivers. Not necessarily win you the championship anymore. So we'll now see what Coconut he's got in terms of the chase here in BRL. That is all the questions I believe we're going to have for you tonight, and we'll get our next interview up next. I believe is
All right. Thanks for having
we
me.
have Connor here.
Uh,
Yo, native Connor. This is Big Mista and Rocky in the booth. You got us?
got y'all.
Well, I guess me and Rocky both probably have the same question, and we wanted answered. What started this whole thing between you and Chris and Nook?
Yeah, with Nook, I don't think I really had any part with him, and if I did, apologies to him. Of course, I don't want to ruin his day, but yeah, it's Chris went to the inside, and I get he probably was trying to get the feel of the track, which why I was willing to let it go by midpoint of the race when we had that yellow kind of had a reset. But yeah, he gets to my inside, and I guess either doesn't hit the curb right or misses his braking point. It just kind of gets me slammed up into the safer barrier, and that's what kind of started. And then we were going back and forth with each other with trading paint and wrecking each other, and then that then got into Nook, which then got Nook involved in the mess. So I'm sorry to him for whatever happened. I don't really remember on that part, but hopefully we keep things clean moving forward.
Yeah, that makes sense upon further explanation. Me and Rocky were kind of confused about that whole situation. What do you feel your pace was in comparison to where you finished?
I feel like we were definitely race winning pace. It's just, with the research we've had and the people we've clashed into, couldn't really show that, especially with the amount of wrecks we were in that race. But, with that final stop, I felt like I could have at least had a shot to make it to the end, potentially staying out. But considering the fact I've been championship contender in this league before, won a championship in both D1 and D2, I feel like playing it the safe game this early in the season's the right way to go, and kind of let that win or however many just fall into my hands at the right time and not push it to the point where we're going to lose ourselves points in case that win does not fall in our favor until the chase or not at all. So I kind of just trying to get the points we can and not take any chances this early on in the season.
And I guess one more question. Being the defending champion, there's been a lot of rumors around the future of you here in BRL. Depending on what happens, what does that how does that affect your willingness and your want to continue here in BRL?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy racing, of course. It's just a lot of stuff along the way and drama and stuff's the kind of the in between of what makes, should I stay, should I not? But overall, I feel like, trying to defend is going to be a fun thing to do. By the end of this thing, it might not look fun, at least on my side. As of now, it is. And I feel like if we win this one, which I don't think we will, but to have the chance, with the level of consistency we've shown over the past two seasons, really, and this one too. We got crashed at Daytona, but that it's a plate track. We're gonna have stuff like that at those races, and those races aren't really gonna determine whether or not you're championship form or not. And this is only the second race too, so not trying to get too far ahead of myself, but I feel like we definitely have a good go run at it, and maybe we'll go for another one if we even lose this one as well or win it.
So I guess my question was, if you don't win, what happens?
Yeah, well, I mean, might run it, might not. We'll see by the end of this thing how I feel on it. But, if we have a great season and don't win it, and just overall great performance from beginning to end, or even just in the final running of it or throughout the season, I feel like we might do more It really just depends on how the end of this thing looks like.
Everything's great. What it sounded like. It sounded like an everything's great. Excited to be
Yeah.
back here at Phoenix. Everything's great. Excited to be back here at Phoenix.
I did want to say one more thing before y'all leave me off. With that battle, or what could have been a battle between Coco and Peter going for the lead, I felt like definitely with how everyone's been racing, even just mid-pack, middle of the race, we were all trading paint constantly. I felt like they were definitely probably, if it got to the bus stop point, that they were going to run each other up there. And I was kind of in the spectator seat of that and hopefully would have maybe gotten by, but it just didn't end up that way.
Well, Mista, there's that. Oh, I don't even know what to say, but Mista, won't you say in that record?
Interview in line, or
Yeah, we got Chris, but don't you say when Connor hit that wall? Don't you think he was like a little bit sort of a Debbie moment, by chance?
might say that.
Because he went flipping, which he was our first flip of the race. That you would think it'd be Nook, but
You'd say Connor hit the wall, and from that point, he never really had it at all.
yeah,
That's honestly a great way to put it. I was not, couldn't show any pace more after that incident.
Chris, if you blow up my DMs with 1985 stuff, I can't say it.
What are we doing?
Oh, God,
Brunswick is saying, "What are we doing, Brunswick?" All right, Connor, we'll let you go.
I appreciate it.
What we
That
saying,
34
Rocky,
of
bro?
Pickle Chris.
Yeah, Chris, this is Rocky and Mist in the booth. You got us, Chris? What happened out there? You definitely had a fast race car leading laps. You look like SVG on an oval.
What happened? The game sucks ass. The game
I
sucks. I already told you pre-race that if I crash out, it's gonna most likely because of the game, and it was that. I maybe did crash out because of the game the whole entire time in qualifying, but we don't talk about that.
don't blame you, man. This stock car Thunder game, I think it's only good for intermediates, but that's my opinion on things. But
I agree with you. This game is good for super speedways, for intermediates, maybe even the short tracks. The only thing I will say about this is horrible for the road courses, which was shown here today. Because let me give you an example. When Connor came on that final cycle, guess what, Rocky?
he hit the wall.
No, it gave me a slowdown, which got me and Connor
Oh.
involved and ruined both of our races for the win. So.
Yeah, this game, it's not that fun for road courses, and I mean I've only done Daytona for the super speedway category, but I mean it's all right. But
My first race here in stock car, and I did not enjoy it one bit. I can say that. I'm begging for the next road course, in stock car Thunder. It better be good, and it better not be problems with the track that's gonna make us flip, hit bumps, give us slowdowns, have broken pits, speed, and other stuff. Because that wasn't fun at all
yeah,
Well,
for me leading. Because guess
strong words
what?
for the Daytona 500.
Before I took my last pit stop, you saw me burning it down, Rocky. Guess what?
uh-huh.
The car just started going backwards and burning it down by itself.
And guess what?
Yeah, something.
Brunswick just posted a GIF in our booth group chat of Chris being Denny Hamlin. Which you know what that means? Time to get fined, Chris.
Oh, Chris, who's the hack today?
Well, I said my thoughts, and majority of us probably will agree with me that it was kind of bad with the bumps and other stuff that happened in the race. I'm just speaking out the facts, so I'm not trying to make anything up. Just try and put all the pressure that this game actually sucks. But I'm just saying it wasn't a good night for me because this track was horrible. Just saying.
Well, Chris, since Brunswick's calling you Denny Hamlin, who is the hack for this race? Who
Who was
was
the
the
hack
hack?
of this race? Trey. Honestly, it was Trey because he started crap up like always. So he was the hack of this race.
All right, I'll switch it over to Mister. Mister, you got any questions for Pickle?
Well, we got Connor's side of it. What, Chris, were you? What was your takeaways from the thing between you and Connor earlier, and what was your view on how it started and what maybe you learned and all that kind of stuff?
I give you my view in a sec. And Brunswick, never say I'm Joey Logano ever again. By the way.
Hey, Logano's the go.
No, that baldy should stay bald forever. So.
Chris, I don't think you can say that. We're on live YouTube.
Yeah. Also,
Well, if
you know,
Joey
we had
Logano
that because
sees
of
this, he knows my
alopecia.
take on
You know
it,
that,
though.
right?
If Joey Logano sees this on our stream, well, there's my take on him. He's bald, and
But
he should
he
stay
has
bald.
Yeah.
alopecia.
Yes,
You
I
can't
agree with
say
Connor. I agree with Connor. If Dale Jr. got a pen for it, give it to Chris as well. All right, wrap this up real quick, fellas.
that. All right,
My
Chris,
take on
explain your
it,
take.
well, I like Connor said, I maybe did misjudge the corner, but the reason why, most likely Connor wrecked is because he hit one of the wall pops in the track, which maybe killed him. And I
Well,
told Connor this, if he actually did wreck me, because he said he was going to, I will repay him the favor, and that's what I did. And so, if it made him flip, well, that's what it came.
Well, that wraps up Chris's interview.
And also, I appreciate the top 5 because we got at least a good finish
Chris,
out.
you also might be appreciating the penalties that's coming out.
Well, it's too bad I'm speaking out the facts and quote unquote on live TV. Suck my balls back.
Green comes
All right,
back,
I'm
and
out,
that's the
boys.
first
I might get
thing he
suspended after this, but I'm out.
All right,
We'll
thank
see
you,
y'all
Chris.
later.
We'll see you at
see y'all-
Vegas.
Yeah, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. We'll see you tomorrow night. The Remembering Rally 50 at Vegas. 100 laps up for the show, and we'll see what Chris's penalty is tomorrow night as well, because you guys won't be here for the live. Well, he says Chris has been fined $67,000 for saying Logano has. I said Logano has alopecia. You don't know. This guy's an idiot.
And he has been suspended at Vegas for saying. All right, good night, America.